Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to Super Sunday with Fair Media. Unfortunately, we don't have everybody here. Just one of those days, but that's all right. We're going to get through this and we will make it work. Got a very interesting topic for you. So, what I say, don't go to nowhere. We'll be right here.
Maybe if you learn to love your neighbor just like a brother, regardless of race or color, and I not really care what anybody else thought, yeah. Maybe you'd be better off, yeah. But baby, even life is hard on.
It's sad because I done went in the wrong direction already and put up the wrong intro, but it's the right intro because Queen B is the real deal.
Queen B is here in the building.
And she got little jokes, you know what I'm saying? She been in the studio joking with her little pop shots, but that's all right.
And she thinks she's slick too.
Yes. Oh, I told her, well, she been laid a joke on you. You don't realize she did it till you wake up. You go to sleep.
That's not
That
nice.
is not true. That is not true.
You wake up in the middle of the night, we're like, what the? Oh,
What the?
I got to get her.
Right. It come back to you like, what the heck did she just say?
Yeah, it's not like that. I do not do that. I do not
Yes, you do.
that.
That's what you do. Everybody, and I mean everybody, can you please do us a favor, like, share, subscribe to the video, because we are going to have a good conversation. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to take calls on this one. We want to hear from the audience. We will. I'm pretty sure. Let me disclaimer. I said. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna take calls on this one. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get right into it. And I want to ask a very, very important question. I'm gonna ask the question, then I'm gonna play the video, and then we're gonna dig right in. But ladies and gentlemen, please can we like and share the video? So downtown Marlon Brown won't be with us today, and but he'll be there in the comments. I see him already. And his neck and his back.
His neck in his back.
Man, my back hurting too.
Yeah, I totally understand, Marlon. I've been there, brother. I've been there.
And Royalty is not here. She's not available today. So we're gonna do it with the rest of the Fair Media crew right here, right now. We're gonna make it happen. So check it out. Queen B, tell them how to find your page.
Well,
She
go
said,
to
well, I don't know.
YouTube.
Why you asking me?
Don't you got the switch right by you? The magic button, just bam. Like I can't pull it out and just put it up there.
Hey, she hit me with the well. I caught her off guard.
Hold up.
See, instead of thinking about her page, she was thinking about her next joke. So let me
See, yep. I told you, Queen B. We got to be quick on our toes with you.
I see. I was unprepared for that one.
Anyway, Queen B, go to YouTube, type in Queen B, and you're gonna find her.
Yes.
You understand? You're gonna
Yes.
find her.
Yes.
And then we got Mr. Neil. How can we find you? The Real UnWoke.
So you're gonna open up that browser, right? You're gonna go straight up to that search button, type in YouTube, and then right in the search bar, as soon as you go to the YouTube, you're gonna type in The Real UnWoke. Don't get it confused with the fake UnWoke. It's the Real UnWoke. All right.
It's the real.
That's how you find me. This pretty face right there be right there waiting for you.
Not the Real UnWork. It's the Real UnWoke.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Don't get it confused. Don't get it twisted.
Confused.
Leave me alone.
Nope. Ain't gonna happen.
Nothing but love for you.
Let's jump it off. So what we're gonna do. So this is what happened, y'all. Will Smith made he finally came out and made a public apology to Chris Rock for smacking fire out his mouth on stage. Give me that slap sound. Give me that slap sound.
Okay.
Yeah, he smacked fire out of the man's mouth. And so now he wants to apologize. And we want to know what you all think about it. But we're gonna play it, we're gonna give our thoughts, and then I think we'll take some calls.
Okay.
Let me see.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
Any thoughts yet?
Well, look, I'm all about accountability. Absolutely. But, I just can't help but to be suspicious. I mean, considering the fact that he's an actor, I mean, it's kind of hard to discern between whether or not this is sincere or this is just a publicity stunt. I mean, just to kind of redeem some credibility. I don't know. I have to hear the whole thing through first until I make my
No, man,
determination.
that's why I stopped it early, man, so I can kind of try to trip you up.
I see.
What you got, Queen?
Well, first of all, that I apologize stuff, I really don't like that I apologize. I know what it means. But bro, tell me, man, you sorry. Say I'm sorry. And then whenever you want to talk, let me know. No, 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 no. I probably never want to talk to you. You're gonna have to
Damn.
figure it out. You're gonna have to do it better than that. No, sir. No, no.
Ain't
No, sir.
nobody got time for that.
I, I prefer the apology over being sorry, because when you sorry, like you sorry, like like you.
I
who
don't
would
think
be
so.
sorry?
I
Whole
don't think
thing.
so. I apologize sound out elegant. You didn't punch this man on national TV in front of millions of people. Then you don't
Mm,
come with an intelligent apology? No, we want one of them ghetto apologies.
You would have
That's
said,
what we need.
mm,
no, you would have like,
mm.
my fault, dog.
Hey, my bad, man.
Right,
My
right. Bring
bad,
us some
dog.
donuts and a card, a get well soon card.
Right.
Pay us medical bill, because I know that jaw was swole. I seen it.
That Joe was lit up. It had to be. Let me go slow.
Um,
I'm saying.
I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man, and this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment.
Let me pull up a comment real quick. Why do it publicly?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Okay. What's your thoughts about that, Neil?
So I think it could have been handled a little differently. I mean, so I'm a Christian, of course. So the way, if I have done something like this, something as ridiculous as what Will Smith did publicly, I would have handled the apology part in private with Chris, and then probably contrive something with him so we can come out together in a public forum and demonstrate, hey, look, we buried a hatchet, we talked about this like men, and now we're coming out into the public, acknowledging that, hey, no shame, no foul.
So you saying that he should do it publicly also, instead of just doing it like he did it. He should have went to Chris first.
Yeah, I just think right now what he's doing, I mean, I guess it is I don't know. I think this is more so he's trying to appease the public at large. I think that he should have, exhausted his resources trying to reach out to Chris and speak to him in a more private forum and just have a discussion, a man-to-man discussion about it. And whatever they reach, whatever conclusion they've come up to, whether or not they're gonna have some association or he accepts his apology or whatever the case. But that should have been taking place behind closed doors. But this right here, I think he kind of put the chicken before the egg.
I don't know. I think, I mean, I agree with you that he should go to Chris in private also, but I just don't disagree with him doing it in public because he smacked him in public.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I tell my family all the time, and I stand by this. And whether somebody think it's right or wrong, if you disrespect me in public, I'll address you in public. That's it.
Right.
I mean, you disrespect me in private, I'll address you in private. Wherever you do it, that's where I'll address you at. So I make that clear to my kids. Don't get out of hand in public because you will be dealt with in public. If you do
I think it's probably I hear you. I think it's probably maybe just for me, and I think some people probably may relate, but for me, being that he's like, he's an A-list celebrity, and he's he's when you think of Will Smith, I mean, the guy's got the full package. Family, he's a top, like I said, top celebrity. It's the actor component,
Yeah.
There's still going to be a component of this where people are going to question like whether or not this is sincere. And I just think if he would have came out with Chris Rock together,
a whole lot sweeter. Yeah.
And I get it.
But don't you think Chris scared to get on stage with him? I mean, you might want to start a fight right now.
Hey, that might be the case. That might be the case.
Hey, look, man. Listen, man. One thing about a man is, I'd rather you ball up your fist, man. Don't smack me.
I know.
Don't smack me like no little bee. You know what I'm saying? So he probably feel like, man, what if dude just decided to smack me again, man? You know what I'm saying? Right in front of everybody. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Obviously, he can't control his temper.
Right, he can't. He
right.
Can't control it.
So may I interject, guys? So may I interject? Let the lady speak. Let the lady speak.
All right.
So what I was going to say, do you guys remember when he said over the last 3 months he didn't thought about it? You want to know why he didn't thought about it? Because he didn't heard canceled.
Yeah.
Canceled. That's why you thinking about it, because that's the only thing you've been hearing is canceled.
No, but he just signed a new. He just did he got some kind of big money or big movie finna come up.
Oh man.
I mean, I know he do, but we do know that he had a bunch of cancellations there, and he can't go back to the Oscars for how many years?
Probably none of them. By the time he can go back, the Oscars, it'd be some new people that took over now.
Yeah,
that's true.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah, so,
I got a question I'm gonna ask. Let me write it down before, because after the video, I want to ask a question. I can't wait to get y'all opinion on this. But no, I think that I can agree with you, Neil, because I'm not. Let me say this: I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that that's probably how I would have done it. But I would have been reached out to the guy, because me genuinely, if I lost control of myself like that and did that, and I'm not saying that it can't happen because anybody can, you can just, I've heard the saying, don't say what you won't do unless you ain't never did it before.
Yeah.
And I done put my hands on somebody on people before. So I can't say that I wouldn't have done that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I doubt it very seriously. But it wouldn't have been in that situation. But what I'm saying is, if you slip up and do something like that, then you need to, I probably would have apologized right away. And as soon as I got that microphone, I would have apologized in front of everybody right where I did it at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just that. But he said he was foggy. Is that code word for in the helicopter, Andrea?
Yeah, she would know.
Oh, that's cold. That was cold.
Smack.
Oh, well, I have no idea what you're talking about, Corey, because I've never been in a helicopter a day in my life. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been flying around up there before. I didn't see you, so I can't say that you have.
Right.
They never seen me do nothing.
I didn't see you do it. So hey,
hey, I don't know if y'all know, but so I mean, they've been people been trying to get Chris Rock to talk about the incident, and Chris Rock is
They
refusing to
have
talk
been.
about it until he get paid. He said, "Look, I ain't talking about it unless I'm getting
Yeah.
paid."
Yo, is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what
I
I
don't
heard.
blame him.
But I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
hey,
I don't blame him though. I mean, that was a very embarrassing moment.
yeah,
And a lot of people say that they don't believe the slap was real, but I actually believe the slap was real. And you can actually see how things is playing out and everything that's happening now and transpiring because of this act. I do believe it was real. I believed it was real from the first time that I saw it. I just
mm,
believe that he had so much going on with this woman that don't mean him no good. He knows she doesn't mean him any good, and he's trying to hang on to her, sitting around at this table with her and her mammy and his
mm,
kids, putting all their business out there. And I'm sure he was foggy because he's been manipulated for a very long time. He is not running the show.
damn
He's
witch.
weak, but he has money.
Mm,
And that's just the truth. He got money, but ain't no good at having no money if you're still gonna be weak behind it.
Wow.
I mean, can I
talk to
just
him.
say that?
Beta
Yeah,
Bell. That was
you can say it. You can say it.
Hit it again. Hit it again, Neil.
Oh, you said one more time for the mind.
One more
There
time.
it is. There it is.
And then smack him.
Okay. Let me give you a little something. Let me give you a little something. There you go. All right, cool. Now that you've been properly level set.
So somebody said that that he was reading a script. I don't know. I mean, but if now that you think about it, that might make sense. I don't know how that slipped past him because listen,
Mm,
I'm watching his eye contact, right? And I'm like,
mhm,
okay, I want to see what his eyes are doing because you know I'm a lie detector. I'm a human lie detector, and so I'm
Mhm,
trying to catch this dude
mhm,
lying, right? With his face emotions
mhm,
and his eyes and his movements. And
right.
so I'm looking at him, and he good, he good
Real good.
because he's not showing no
yeah,
signs. And I noticed that he dead in the camera,
mhm,
like he dead in there, and he don't move. Just keep watching. He don't come from it. If
Hmm.
he do, it's just very dead. But
Kind of
that's
reminds me of
probably
Joe Biden.
see, that's probably because he's reading from a teleprompter.
There you go.
I hope he was blinking. Let's see if he blinked. If that mother, hey, if that
No,
mother,
he didn't.
if that mother don't blink, something ain't right.
60 seconds. I'm starting the clock right now.
It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. You ready? You ready?
Yep.
all right.
Hold on. I want to answer this from Miss Mary Rivera. Where are the words "I am
Okay.
sorry"? So some people don't use the word "I'm sorry," and I understand why. I've said it before, and I think I slip up and say it from time to time still, but I don't like it. It's a habit to say I'm sorry. It's that's a long. It's but anyway, some people don't use the word sorry, and I'm having an issue with trying to break it down really short without losing, uh, without losing the topic. So yeah, that's why I believe that the reason why he didn't use the words "I'm sorry" is because he don't like it. But maybe he did. I don't remember. I wasn't looking for it. But if he didn't, that's probably why because he don't believe in saying that. And
Mhm,
and if not, I can understand where he's coming from
mhm.
with that. So let me finish.
There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes,
Okay.
did she
What
tell
happened?
you to do something? No. Um, it's like, I made a choice on my own from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it.
Mm.
I'm
Now, see, this is where he lost me at.
Mhm.
Dude,
Yep.
you lying.
Yeah,
Yep.
you lying.
Jada had almost, I ain't gonna say everything because you the one walked your dumb self up there to do it.
Right.
But
But
Mhm.
influences. I mean, come on now.
yeah, come on, man. Jada had a whole lot to do with it. How?
Yep.
How? The joke was about Jada. Then
Right.
you looked at her and she did that. What she do again? Rolled her eyes,
Yep.
and then you flew up there.
She rolled her eyes.
You flew up there
Mhm.
and then smacked the man.
Yeah.
Um,
Put the cape on.
man, speak on.
Yeah.
Hold on. He said, "LOL, I'm Team Smith. Speak on my wife." He could have been
Speak
with
on.
respect too. Not me, man. I'm not because it just and I know you telling the joke, doggy, but it shows a sign of weakness, man, and
Yep.
insecurity, and
Mhm.
you
It
got to
does.
feel that way. Like And I remember, honestly, I remember a time that I used to feel that way. If somebody say something to my wife, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and um, I just you just outgrow that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
people talk, people say things. Now I will say this, especially now in Will's situation, I guess him and Chris were friends. Now, if a friend of mine do that,
Yeah.
um, it could be it's more serious to me than if a stranger do it. Do that make sense?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
it
Now,
does.
if you do it in my house, if I leave the room, when I come back, you should be gone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because because I probably got a bat or something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
in that situation, I I just think that he should have just went on and took it. And if he had an issue with it, holler at Will. Holler at Chris on the side. That's
Yeah.
that's what I
That's true.
think.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, these guys are comedians, so they're gonna sometimes they're gonna say some things that are off the cuff. And I think given that they got a relationship already, perhaps if he felt disrespected, just hold off for a second and then once this,
And then just tell him, say, hey man, I
when this
don't do that.
yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I don't do that kind of I don't play them kind of games. So let's
Yep.
refrain from using those words. And I think that Will would have Chris would have respected that. That's what I
Yep.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Queen Bee, I got a question for you from a woman's perspective.
Yes.
If that was you and your husband, if I may say, what would you
Mhm.
have done as the woman when he decided to go up there and to walk up there? Because you probably don't know what he's gonna do, but since you know your husband, you do know what he's gonna do. So how would you have handled that, or how do you think she should have?
When I first would have saw Mr. Braxton get up, I would have went to Mr. Braxton and tried to calm him down because I know when he go up there, I'll you remember me telling you, Corey, I'd have been on his leg and he been
Oh yeah,
dragging me on the way up there trying to get to him because I
yeah.
wouldn't want my man to embarrass himself like that. I
Mm-hmm.
would want him to put the future of our children, and especially my cheese. I would want him to put that on the line for no stupid joke. And I'm big enough to handle myself. So I probably would have asked for the mic after, it was getting middle ways. And I would have cracked so many jokes on him, everybody been looking at me like he was crazy. I would have showed him that
Mm-hmm.
you can't do me because I'm stronger
Mm-hmm.
than that. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm my own
Mm-hmm.
woman and I can handle
Mm-hmm.
me. And I get
Right.
my husband involved if the problem persists, but I'm gonna deal with it first because I know my husband. He don't play. He don't play
Mm-hmm.
games with people, and he don't play games with the men about me. No, no, no. I've had a man try to talk to me, and Charles was sitting in the car, and I told that man, I said, "Listen, you about to get murdered if you don't get out my face."
Damn. Oh my gosh. She ain't playing. All right, Queen B. Oh my God. The hair on the back of my neck just stood up. I'm like,
And he
like,
said,
hold up.
and he, and the guy asked me, he said, "Is it like that?" And as I was showing him the car that we were sitting on, Charles was looking dead at me
Mm.
and looking dead at that man. I
Oh
said,
my
please leave
goodness.
me as quick as you can.
Right.
Just go. And that dude left me alone, but I saved somebody's life that day.
I'm
But
trying to
Mr.
save your life.
So he
You
didn't.
best leave me alone right now.
So he didn't see he didn't see your husband.
No, because I went in the store by myself. And I'm cute, Corey. I get
Mm.
like attention all the time. Don't let the
Hmm.
size fool you now. But so I'm just saying, and I be trying to save these men life. I be like, no, please step back. Don't come any closer. So
Well, my
yeah.
thing is it appropriate for your man? Okay, in an instance you just described, so you handle that situation yourself. But
Mhm.
okay, and so in what scenario is it appropriate for your man to have to step in and say something? And I'm asking, I mean, of course, it varies from person to person, but what would you deem a situation that you would expect him to step in and
You talking to
handle?
me?
I was asking Queen B
Oh,
from a woman's
oh, okay, okay,
perspective.
okay.
Okay, so a lot of people sometime it'd be like if me and him go to the store at nighttime, it could be some men that's been drinking. You get what I'm saying? He drives. I
Mhm.
just, I just jump out and run in there. And sometimes these men will approach you, and men are not so respectful as they used to be back in the day. Hey, how you doing? It used to be that a man wouldn't even say a cuss word in front of her if a woman was present. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that, but they wouldn't even cuss around a woman. There were certain things that if a woman was in the presence, they would say, "Excuse me, I'm not gonna say it because it's a lady here." So they
Mm.
respected women, how they talk and their mannerism. Now these new jokers, they all in your face, almost about to take your clothes off in the store sometime. It'd be really,
Mhm.
really creepy. And you can say no, and then they keep on asking for your number. They just keep on
Yeah.
asking. And after I done turned off and you follow me up there, I can't do nothing to Mr. You know what I'm saying? I belong to
Mm.
Mr. Braxton. I belong to him. He
Mhm.
don't want nobody to be eating off his bread and butter.
Talk to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, do y'all
Uh,
notice how she referred to her husband as Mr. Braxton? Y'all better get it. Y'all got to get look here.
Putting y'all on game.
Yeah, Mr. Braxton. And he think he cold too. He be, if he was on, he'd be like this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yep. Mhm. She know,
That's my
yep.
guy. Yo. He,
She said it
hey,
right.
for the record, Mr. Braxton is
uh,
cool people. I love that Mr. Braxton. You're right with me. So
Yeah, she
so
said it
so
right. Yep.
okay, Neil. So let me ask you a question.
What's up?
In your mind, from a man's perspective, what would constitute you to step in and smack the fire out of
Mm.
somebody's mouth?
Oh man. Basically, if it persists, if there's not a mutual level of respect when if my wife was unable to handle the situation, respectfully, hey, look, don't say this or don't do this. And if it
mhm,
continues to persist, is when I would have to intervene. Okay, my wife said this, that. Why are you still imposing? Why are you still persisting, man? Then I would have to handle that situation. And that's I mean, I would think any man would have to handle that situation if
If you keep on.
if it keeps going. Yep. If it
Okay,
keep
so
on
okay,
going.
so let's make it more real. Let's put you and your wife, if I may, in that situation, right? So he made
Hmm.
a joke about your wife, and I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna put me and my wife in that situation too, for fairness and for conversation's sake. But
mhm,
he make the joke about your wife, right?
Hmm.
And your wife, like give you this look like, man, that was messed up, and then uh, what do you do from there?
Well, I would kindly ask my wife to get up, and we would excuse ourselves from the event. And you best believe I'll be right there backstage, waiting for him to come on off. Actually, I'll probably be right there behind them curtains, like, come on, we get over here. We gotta talk. We gonna have to talk. We need to handle this right now. Probably have my wife in the car though. You go sit in the car, baby. I'm gonna handle this. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
So
But yeah, we would have excused ourselves from the event right then and there.
you know what? That's what I would have done too. Um, I would have first of all, I'd have gave it a minute to see how she was feeling, and based on the look on her face, I would
Hmm.
have casually asked her, "Listen, baby, let's depart." Um, and yeah, I'd have left
mhm,
because I feel like if she's taking it that personal, then and she's not feeling well about it, that
Hmm.
maybe we need to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to sit and put her in a
mhm,
situation where she's uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? No
Right.
matter what, even if she right or wrong, if she's uncomfortable,
Hmm.
it's time to go.
mhm,
Right.
Now, would I have walked back in there to holler at him at that time? No, I'd
Hmm.
have waited till that whole thing was over, and I'd have
Okay.
called him later and said, "Hey, man, we can either do lunch, we can discuss this over the FaceTime or whatever, because I don't want to do
Hmm.
the telephone. I need to see your face." And
Yeah.
I just told him, "Look, man, I don't appreciate that, and as a friend, I think that you stepped over the line, and
Yeah.
please don't do it again." And
mhm,
that's it. And the
Hmm.
only way that I would have got physical is if she was in danger.
Mm.
I cannot put my life on the line because what he did is he put his life on the line. I cannot
Right.
put my
no,
life on
that's
the
true.
line. I cannot put
That's
my
true.
career on the line and put myself in a position that I'm not able to provide for my family
Right.
over some feelings. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Now I get that
Mhm,
a lot of people would say, "Oh, I did this, I did that," but the thing is, man, we got to grow up. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to another level. And I'm not saying that
mhm,
it's inappropriate to go in there, but the only reason why I said I wouldn't go back in right away is because I would probably be more attentive to my wife and how
Mm.
she's feeling and get
mhm.
her to the hotel or to the house or whatever it is.
Oh,
No, but for real, because at this point, Forget
Right.
him. You know what I'm saying? Forget him. I'm dealing with wifey, and I deal with him on a whole
Oh,
nother level. You know what I'm saying? So Will need to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that if he was on the show right now, he would agree with me. I don't think that he would even have anything to say different than what I told him. Because man, you
Yeah.
tripping, bro. You don't do that, man. You emotional. You acting like a
Hmm.
beta male, and you got to grow up, man. You got
Hmm.
to grow out of that.
Yep.
You can't
Yep.
be.
It's a,
It's crazy.
mm.
that night was a culmination of you know, probably
Yeah,
years and
man. Because
years of
he
emasculation.
yeah,
Mm.
and he put his life on the line.
Yeah,
People don't understand that this man put
Right.
his life on the line.
he did.
Like you
He
don't
did.
smack
He
somebody
did.
and then turn around and walk away. You that tough?
Right. Yeah,
Oh no,
exactly.
no, I got to run up behind you and push you in your back. I
It-
want to hit you because I don't
mm,
leverage right there, but I'm gonna push you in your back and try to break your backbone, and then when you fall, I'm gonna stomp
yeah.
your neck off. I mean,
Yeah, and I know
that's
exactly. And I heard everybody kind of giving Chris Rock plaudits for how he handled it, and kind of spun it into
Yeah.
making it into a
I,
joke. But
I can
I don't
okay.
know.
No, listen, I can go with the way Chris handled it too. Now
Me too. Me.
that's me not being as mature as Chris.
Yeah, I'm not either.
That I haven't reached that stage yet, and I hope that I do. But
But wait a second, somebody. So you saying if if I was if I was Chris and I defended myself because at that point you had just assaulted me, so public opinion would perceive me as being immature if I was to respond in kind.
well, you got to remember that he's on the stage being professional,
Yeah, true,
and
Mm.
that
true.
when after he slapped him, he turned around and walked away, so he's no longer a threat to you. So
Got you.
even when you draw it up from a legal standpoint, if
Hmm.
Chris would have done something, they could have charged him also.
Yeah,
So
Yes.
so say he did what I said what I'd have did and pushed him in his back and tried to stump his neck off his neck. Then and if I'd have accomplished that and then he'd have died, right? That's
yeah.
murder. There
Yeah.
ain't no self-defense there. That's
Yeah.
murder
Mhm.
because he was not in a dangerous situation at that point. So we gotta start thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, I want to say this. Now, I have grew up. Okay, I have grew up. Regardless of what you think of me, Corey and Neil, I have grew up. I have
No,
grew
you
up.
ain't. You childish.
I know
But
what you
the,
talking about.
but
Sorry, I'm just playing.
but I'm gonna say this. Neil, I have never told you this story, but I was at my great grandma's funeral and my cousin came up and slapped me. Now we at the
Oh,
gravesite.
Do the slap sign. Will you slipping?
oh, my bad.
Do
There it is. Okay, there we
and
go.
then
I got the
and,
cursor
and
right on it right
then
now. Go ahead. I'm
and
sorry.
then this chick after she punched me, I saw stars. I literally saw stars. Never been hit that hard before in my
Wow.
life.
This was
Then she
at the
turns
gravesite.
around
I'm sorry.
at the gravesite. And
Oh
then she
man.
turns around as if she didn't hit me. Now you knew I couldn't let that ride in front of my mama and them and my new boyfriend, who I'm married to
Mm,
now. So we had to handle that right then. Just roll her
mhm,
over in there on top of grandma when I get through with her.
mhm.
And
Mm.
we tore it down, Neil. We had to.
Oh.
There was no other option.
So
But
in
I have
retrospect, you
really
saying that? So in retrospect, if you were in that same scenario, you would have done something differently.
back then I would have. And then after the show, because I really have grew up, after the show, me and Charles would have waited for him and we would have beat him and then we probably would have robbed him.
Say what? Hold up.
Hold on. I missed it. What
Good
she say? What
lord.
she say?
I mean, just took it for the.
Hold on. What did she say? I missed it.
I said back
Lord
in the
have
day,
mercy.
before I've grew up and I've changed to be a better person, me and Charles would have waited for that dude after the show. And if he didn't have security, we would have beat him and probably would have robbed him.
I mean, like okay, I get the part. I get that you're gonna beat them, but we gotta rob them too.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
She figure if they beat him up, they might as well rob him. I mean, wow.
Check his pockets, baby.
I would have
That's
been
compensation. We ain't got to take it no further. That's compensation
yeah,
right there.
Oh my
I would have
god,
been too mad to rob him if you take it that far.
that's deep. That's deep.
Wow.
Man, Queen
Thank
B,
God for deliverance.
you a soldier. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a
Don't
soldier.
don't make her mad, Neil. She will rob you.
Listen, I'm learning as I go. All right. Look, I'm gonna act accordingly. Lord knows.
Let's all right, let's continue.
Oh
Sorry,
my
babe.
gosh.
Um, and say sorry to my kids and my family
Wait, hold on.
for and
I
say
think I might
sorry to my kids and I'm sorry, babe. My own experiences from my history with Chris, Jada had nothing to do with it.
Please.
I'm sorry, babe.
Beta.
Beta male.
Hold on.
And say sorry to my kids
I'm sorry, babe. And come on, Will.
and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient.
You think?
What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Oh man, I don't know.
Hang on for what? What hanging on?
To be friends.
He ain't even there talking about hanging on. Talking about some hang on for what?
Stick with me through this journey, and I promise you will love me once
So,
more.
okay, so I got two questions. One, so if you don't accept, and this to the audience too, and I want you to respond if you will. If you don't accept his apology, what could he have said or done differently to get you to accept him as being genuine? Hey, everybody got
Well,
what?
didn't he win? What did he win that night? Didn't he win Oscar or something?
Yeah, he won
Did they-
something. I didn't watch it. He won something.
Okay, yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I
Did
think they took it.
oh they took it back?
But at least he won it for the moment. He had it for 10, 15 minutes at least.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I don't know, maybe some sort of grand gesture in the public, basically. I don't know, showing that hey, I'm not deserving of you all's fame. I'm not deserving of you all's of my fans. I'm not deserving. I don't know. Maybe he just had to humble himself. He has to humble himself some way somehow. I can't tell you how that would look like. I don't know. I just don't know if it's coming back from this because he's still in the thick of what even drove him to do that. So I don't know.
Good point. That's a good point there.
Yeah.
So can I say this? So as far as what he's telling us, that's kind of guys what we have to go on. At the end of the day, all jokes aside, if he said he apologized, then we kind of just got to roll with what he says because we're not God and we don't know his heart. But I can tell you this: if it's not sincere, then something else will happen and he'll be right back in the same situation
Yeah.
because you cannot play with emotions and you cannot play with God. Now, God, if he's really sorry, he's forgiven. Now he got to deal with what he did. He sowed the seed. Now he got to deal with the harvest if it's sincere. But time will tell. Time most definitely will tell because you can't get around it.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that he did the best he knew to do with the
Hmm.
apology because he don't know no other way to do it because he's in a beta male stage and
Yeah.
he got to come out of it. I think he might be coming out of it. Now, a lot of people may disagree, but I think he's going to make a comeback. I think that he's going to make a comeback. I think that he's
Mhm.
going to get it right and he's going to get in his alpha male because I just do. Um
Hold
You think it's
on.
possible
Hold
to?
on.
Can
yes,
he make that comeback? Still
absolutely.
being in this. Okay.
Absolutely. That now that's my opinion. I'm not saying for sure, but I absolutely feel like he can. What's Adri?
So, do you guys think that this could have been one of them ritual testing things that they be doing to get people to the next level? Do you think this was one of these things that he had to do and now he's going on and then when you come back or he come back Corey just like you said he going to be bigger than ever? Do you think that could be one of the things?
Yeah. I don't know if he can get much bigger than what he already is, but yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I just think that I mean yes, to answer your question, yes, because I have to answer questions. Yes, I think that's a possibility, but I don't think that's what it is.
Okay.
I think that he is gonna just change to be a better man. Just listen, and I'm not making excuses for him, but Will, I believe, was a good dude. And I believe he got caught up. He got caught up in the fame. He got caught up in that life.
Hmm.
And then that girl came along and took him all the way over to the edge.
Took
And
his
he got caught
soul.
slipping and he slipped and did some stupid things.
Mm.
I can admit, listen, I've done some stupid things. I've gotten
Mhm.
super over emotional with women and done stupid things, but
Hmm.
never, ever, ever will I ever get to that point again. And so me thinking about some of the stupid stuff that I done did, and um and the stupid thoughts that I done had, it's hard for me to look at myself and say, Corey, you bounce back, and then to look at him and say he can't.
Hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So what
Hmm.
makes
Yes,
me
I
that much
understand.
better than him?
Hmm.
That I'm gonna say there's no way he can bounce back when I did it. Hell, I done
Yeah.
did probably. I mean, I'm sure he's done more than what we saw on stage, but I've done worse things than that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about
Mhm.
over
Me
a
too.
woman
Me
because of a
Oh
too.
yeah.
man. So,
Hmm.
and right now, you cannot get me to react that way over something so petty. So I think the man is going to make a comeback, and I think he when he do, it's going to be better than ever. Not saying bigger than ever because I can't imagine getting that much bigger than what he already was or is. But I think for his own sake and his own relationship with God, that he's gonna make a comeback.
Hmm.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, I definitely think he was a good. I've always looked at Will as a good dude. I mean, to Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I mean, come on, we all watched that show. I mean,
Yeah,
Will was a relatable, fun guy, funny guy. And made really great movies. I definitely think there is a possibility for him to make a comeback. I don't know. I'm just concerned that, like I said, with him still being sort of in entrapped by what's the dynamic that may or may not be happening in his home. I just think until he actually kind of figure that out, because again, I think that might have been a contributing factor because I mean, like for you to put your entire career on at risk because you have an emotional moment like that. I mean, because and I get it, we all have emotional moments. I totally understand it, but
absolutely.
just for you to put everything on the line because he made some flippant comment, or what some people might have perceived as a joke, but
Mhm.
I don't know. He could have lost it all, though. He could have lost everything.
Yeah, he
Granted, if
could
he
have.
didn't have the exposure, and people didn't love him the way they do.
Yeah, he I don't know, man. But go ahead, Queen. You finna say something?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't even know my mouth was moving.
Yeah, I thought I heard you. I thought I heard you say.
But I do have, but you guys know I stay on ready. So let me say this. That's why audience members, oh, whoever's watching, whoever will watch this on the replay, that's why you got to get God in your life. That's why you really do need the spirit because you won't act out of impulse. You won't make these decisions. That's how you know that he really ain't got nothing. And that's what he needs. That's what he's lacking. It's not about the Hollywood videos. It's not about the millions and trillions of dollars and the hot tubs and the fresh babes. It ain't about none of that. You got to get God in you. And when you get God in you, he'll keep you calm. The spirit won't even let you move sometime if you got him. He'll tell you when to move, when to speak, when not to speak. That's how you know this man ain't got nothing. That's what we need to be praying for is this man get the spirit of God in him so he can be led and governed because he ain't
Yeah,
got no governing. A loose cannon. A loose
yeah.
cannon.
Look like Jada's become his god, if anything, and she's certainly governing and leading him to destruction.
She got the key. Corey don't believe in Neil, but we got the key. See, Corey don't believe that.
Say
I done
what?
told Corey that.
Hey Corey, you mute. You mute.
I'm gonna tell you something though. The key worked on me before. It did. It worked on me before. So I believe it's the key, but that would never ever happen to me again. Never. That don't work on me because I'm gonna tell you something. At the end of the day, I'm mentally strong enough. I can do without. I'm just telling you. If it came down to it, I'm good.
Tell him. Yeah, man, tell
But
him.
that's where
Well,
I'm at
praise
today.
God.
Yeah, that's where I'm at today. So that's another reason why a woman can't interfere with my marriage because that's not what I'm on. You know, I mean, yes, I enjoy it and all that, but you can't control me with that. You cannot control me with that. There has been a time where I was controllable to a degree with that, but
Oh yeah.
days are over with. It's over. So, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, man. Lord knows I had
Let's,
my beta male simp
you
days.
better know it.
Lord.
Let's take a couple calls here. Hello, what's your name and where you calling from? All right. Let's try again. So listen, before you call in, please do not be on speakerphone. Talk directly into the telephone and don't watch us. Once I answer the phone, be prepared to turn off whatever device you were watching the song off or mute it and then deal with us directly through the telephone. And please don't be on speakerphone because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's getting kind of annoying when every time I answer the phone, it's stuff going on in the background. I can't hear you can't hear me. That's getting old. So please let's abide by the rules. Thank you. Hello, what's your name and where you calling from? Hello. You see?
Lord.
So
Can't
okay.
get right.
Yeah, 877-247-0737. We're gonna get there. 877-247-0737. Hello, what's your name and where you calling from? I think somebody want to play. You want to play on the phone?
Hello.
That's crazy. I mean, hey. 877-247-0737.
Can't be happy.
Hello, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, is this the talk show?
Obama. That's
It's
that
not
Obama phone service.
They won't listen.
Yeah.
When you call, okay, let's try it again.
One
Hello.
more time.
What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Melanie, and I'm calling from Maine.
All right. You calling from where?
Maine?
Maine. Okay, Maine. I thought you said you calling from me. I was like, oh, where is that? Okay, how you doing today? What's up?
Well, it's me.
Hey, Melanie.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I love Queen Bee. I watch her all the time.
I know, me too. You can't help but to
And
love
I
her.
love you as well.
Mhm.
That's cool.
I love you too.
Look,
Thank you.
don't hit me with the I love Queen Bee, but I love y'all too. You know?
No, I watch you on Marlon all the time. I absolutely love Chris. Marlon reminds me of my dad. His
Nah,
deep voice.
I'm just
And Queen
kidding.
Bee reminds me of my grandmama. I just love you guys.
I'm just messing with
Well,
you.
thank you.
What's on your mind?
Oh, no. I was just, I guess, going to respond about the Will Smith thing.
Yeah.
About walking in the flesh as opposed to walking in through the spirit.
Uh-huh.
And I've been in situations where I've gotten myself into trouble, and sometimes you have to take the heat and turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
And when you do, God will bless you.
Would you want your husband to smack Chris for teasing you on stage?
I wouldn't want it done in public, but you know what? If my husband did it, the way that God does things in my life, it would come back as a form of like a retribution against me.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, All right. Well, thanks for calling. We appreciate the support. Keep checking us out.
Thank you, Miss Melanie.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah. So Queen Bee done stole the show. That's good. We like that, Queen Bee. Miss Queen Bee. No speakerphone. I love you. I love you. Oh, by the way, I like you, Merlin, too.
That secondary love.
All right. So if somebody else want to make a comment, 877. There you go. Let's see. Hello. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, it's just I'm calling about the talk show.
Absolutely. What's your thoughts on it, man? Should Will smack that man or not?
No, you never do that to a man.
Is the apology sincere?
Because the consequences. Huh?
What do you think about the apology?
If it ain't face to face and you ain't looking me in my eye, that don't mean you know what.
But okay, so that's interesting. But let me ask you, what do you think about if you smacked him in public, you should apologize in public? Do you agree with that?
No, I think that if you're gonna just to be personal, okay, you smack me eye to eye, you look me in the face and slap me, right?
Yeah, you got a point. Hey, you got a point.
You can't turn the other cheek, right? But you gotta look them in the eye in order to turn the other cheek, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you got to look me eye to eye with the apology, so I can turn the other cheek. You can't walk away and me looking you in the back of your head for me to forgive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you got a point.
You understand what I'm saying?
You
because
know it.
Like they say, when you forgive people, not only are you forgiving the person, you're forgiving yourself for having anger with the person. Am I right or wrong?
You're 100% correct.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
So understand this, and this is from my point of view. We have enough negative role models in our lives, and that our children see every day. So one of the biggest events in Black Hollywood, you do that. Come on, man. You look, it's what, 5,000 people as your peers?
Sitting right
and
there.
you going to snap on a comedian?
Yeah.
Ain't a director, ain't a producer. It's the dude who tells jokes.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me you so sensitive as a man? Now, first of all, any king that has a Jezebel in his ranks, come on. We know what the Jezebel was, right?
Kings don't deal with Jezebels.
Exactly. But when you got a Jezebel like Ahab, because you don't understand, man, that Bible's deep. That Bible's deep. It's wisdom, man. It's history.
Yeah.
And we know that some of the drama that goes on in that Bible, only Black people was capable of bringing up that.
Oh, he's terrible.
You can't.
You about to be muted, sir. You about to be muted.
Your daughter-in-law, she was at the club stripping.
The Bible full of drama.
You walking stick in your ring as collateral to pay her back.
See?
Oh, that's cold.
Don't tell me. Now listen, you got to be a comedian. You comedian, man.
Oh no, I'm just a man who been through some things. I've been through the freak Nick. Let's just say it like that.
He's all these black people.
All right,
That's cold.
Calling, man. That was a good call. I appreciate it. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, I mean, this is my parting word.
All right.
Look, he can forgive the man, but man, I mean, you got a private jet, you got all of that. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to you. It's like grabbing the car keys and going to the 7-Eleven. Jump on your jet
and go holler at
show
the
up
man.
at the man's house.
Mm-hmm.
No, hold on. Now wait. Let's
No.
Don't smack me and show up to my house now, brother. Do not listen.
I'm gonna have the car keys.
No.
Maserati.
No, I'm gonna give you a fair warning. Now, I don't care how tough you is, none of that. Do not smack me and then show up to my house.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, now, it's got to be a surprise. It was a surprise when they smack you, right?
Not at the house. You better catch me at the restaurant or something.
Yeah,
I know you're right.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pull up to the restaurant.
Yeah,
and hand you the car keys and say, "Let's go for a ride."
Okay, I can go.
You drive. It's your car.
But man, don't come to my house.
It's a short road trip. You understand what I'm saying? It's a short road trip. You say what you got to say. I say what I got to say. We go back to the restaurant. Now, if you give me back the keys to the car that I just gave you, I know you ain't feeling me, right?
Right. Or I think you're not, but that's okay. Yeah. Now you're right.
You know, the people in, this is one more thing. This is my belief. There's no such thing as the Middle East. That's white man stuff. That's all Africa, okay? When brothers wanted to forgive each other, they gave them gifts. Gold, frankincense, whatever, whatever you could afford. That was to appease a man's ego and to let him know, like, look, bro, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel you. So
we come from kings. We come from kings and queens.
I wonder what that's a whole other
acting like it.
Yeah, that's a whole other question because we don't act like that. But thanks for calling, brother. We appreciate it.
You better say it.
Hey, I love your show, though.
All right, for sure. Thanks.
Love your show.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, if we did come from kings and queens, we should be ashamed of ourselves because look at what we're doing now. But that's what's up, though, man. But that was a good call, and we ended right there. But the bottom line is, I don't think it's I'm yes no today. It was genuine, but it wasn't. It was genuine coming from him because I think that's all he got because of the stage that he's in. It's like a kid. The kid did the best they could. You know what I'm saying? But I just believe that he he's in that beta stage, and he did the best he knew to do. But I do believe that Will is going to make a comeback, and I think that he'll be beneficial to the country because he'll be in a positive stage, and I think he's going to turn to God. But that's me, and that's what I think, not what I know. I want to make it clear.
Yeah, and I don't want to see him. I definitely want to see him make a comeback. I mean, like I said, everybody knows Will. I mean, like I said, from Fresh Prince to all the movies he's done, and more things he's probably done. But for him to make this mistake, I definitely think is worth forgiving. But again, I don't personally agree about the way he went about it. He probably should have made more of an effort to try to handle this in private, and then come out publicly with Chris Rock, to acknowledge it in front of the world. But everybody gotta work with what they got, with the raw materials at their disposal, I suppose.
Yeah. What's your thoughts, Queen?
I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna move on from it, and I'm just gonna forgive him in my heart. I mean, because it wasn't me he slapped, so it's easy for me to do. I mean, I'm just gonna take it for what he says, and I'm just gonna watch. But one thing about it, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. So I'm gonna give him another chance. I'm not really into a lot of stuff. I don't watch the same stuff that I used to watch a long time ago anyway, but I'm gonna forgive Will. I mean, he asked for our forgiveness. I can't tell you, I can't look into that man's soul and see if that man is sincere or not. His actions will show. The fruit will show. And that's what I want to see.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
That's true. So good words, y'all. So we really appreciate you all chiming in with us on this. Sorry we couldn't take more phone calls, but ladies and gentlemen, people for the callers, you got to be more that just just turn it off. and don't be on the speakerphone so we can hear you. That's all. That's all. And it's not a bad connection on my end. It's the telephone. You can hear us in the background. You heard those. So let's get that together. So maybe next time we can take more calls, and we will see y'all next week on Super Sunday, and we will have another amazing conversation. But do us a favor before y'all leave. Wake up before you go to sleep. Peace. We are out of here.